Elon Musk warned the world that artificial intelligence would overtake us in 2025. A strong statement to make, but seemingly the concern of many who are wary of these high-tech innovations. If we consider artificial intelligence to be the next step in the evolution of humankind, allowing us to advance technology for the betterment of society, then we've already kind of messed it up. The machines that were supposed to solve all of our problems have been corrupted, and it's entirely on us. The notion that a machine will do its job perfectly because it is theoretically neutral is misleading. The nature of artificial intelligence is that it learns from its surroundings. When given data that is affected by prejudice, it will absorb that information and act on it in a way that the developer might not want it to. One of the biggest problems with AI is that bias comes with it, which is not a new issue that we are facing. It only reflects the societal hierarchies of gender and race. Even if we are aware of bias and make a conscious effort to address it through the data sets given to AI, there will never be a clean data set, information that is unaffected by historical inequalities. Humans are inherently biased, and they are unknowingly affected by it. Although it might not be our goal to pass on such a negative aspect of humanity, it comes as a byproduct. In a study done by UC Berkeley in 2019, they found that the use of artificial intelligence in screening applicants for mortgages rejected Black and Latino credit-worthy applicants at a higher rate. When they took away the race identifiers of the rejected applications but left the income and credit scores, the applications were accepted. What makes the matter worse is that there's what's called a diversity crisis within the field. Marginalized groups are underrepresented, and the standard for how AI operates hinges on the systemic discrimination plaguing society. As with the housing discrimination that is perpetuated by AI, there are countless other situations where marginalized groups are placed beneath the people whose society generally boosts to the top, rich white males. This AI, often off the shelf for its cheapness, is used in many important cases, yet doesn't have the capability to look beyond the surface-level correlation that it finds in data. Different viewpoints can catch problems with AI, which is why it's discouraging when looking at statistics that point to a more homogeneous reality. Only 15% of AI research staff at Facebook and 10% at Google are women. Logically, the easiest way to fix this would be to increase the number of workers who come from different backgrounds, but the real-world situation is not as idealistic. There are many barriers that stand in the way for people who diverge from the standard. Those who want to pursue careers in AI often have to get a degree in computer science, which is the field that encompasses AI. Interestingly enough, even though some of the first computer science pioneers were women, the last 30 years have shown a downward trend in the percentage of women who earn a CS degree. This is explained by the rise of the personal computer, a product aimed towards men. When the narrative started to become that computers were for boys, women were pushed out of the field. So not only do men already outnumber women in AI, but coupled with the fact that companies have yet to move away from hiring mostly men makes breaking into the field complicated. In fact, AI itself could pose a problem to attempted diversification. Let's say that I wanted to get a job at Amazon. I give them my application, but it isn't a human that reviews it. They use an AI program that helps determine who is hired. I've put down that I'm the president of some women's club, thinking it will show my leadership skills and set me apart from other candidates. The AI will scan my application, see the word women, and give it a low score. This is what happened to women who attempted to apply to Amazon, but whose applications were downvoted by the AI if it included the word women. Although the company said that this tool was not used to evaluate candidates, they did not deny that recruiters would look at the recommendation the AI gave. The results are because of the AI's bias and because of the workforce that has been dominated by men for the past several decades. When AI is given a data set that shows most job titles were held by men, it will be led to believe that men are preferable for the position, even though it has data that reflects the job inequalities between genders. No matter how qualified I am, the nature of AI could potentially leave me out of a prospective job offering. I believe that a lot of the issues with AI surrounding bias are because the data it learns from is too simplistic. When looking at facts and numbers that show a single perception of the world, AI can't draw up any other conclusions. I quickly learned that a lot of people don't feel the same way as I scrolled through endless comments on articles that brought up the point that statistics aren't biased because they only present data in a factual manner. While this is logically true, it doesn't tell the whole story. If AI looks at data that says criminals of a certain race are more likely to reoffend than other criminals, that AI might not care to look at whether these individuals have taken steps to avoid crime, like taking up a job or going back to school. And so this AI might not be able to detect that there is something unfair in our hiring or justice system. Or even going back to men being more likely to hold higher positions of power than women in the workforce, which is a consequence of systemic barriers rather than lack of ambition on the women's part. Having limited insight leads to the issue of unfair discrimination. There's so much that AI doesn't see, and as a result, there's so much that it doesn't know. When AI doesn't see the full picture, when it doesn't account for the societal biases that influence the data it reads, AI may mistake correlation for causation and falsely condemn or disadvantage people who don't deserve it. Fighting bias means that people from all walks of life need to be deeply involved with the development of systems. AI is like a small, impressionable child that is lost in the most confusing place in the universe, the internet. We need to be there to guide it. Having people's influence, who can think in ways that AI can't, is crucial in order to spot issues that can create a cascading effect. With that being said, there isn't really a definitive solution that can magically make all of our problems go away. Our own issues that we've dealt with for decades are projected through AI, a consequence of not confronting the root of the problem with inequality in every aspect of life. The rise of artificial intelligence is an opportunity to tackle the system of oppression itself by making actions that reflect the advancement of society towards an unbiased future. Thank you.